Welcome back, Summoners, to the LVL semifinals. Come on, let's watch here and see who will make it to the finals and face UST. My name is Vulcan, and with me is Chisto, your shoutcasters for the second game, the best of 5 series.
Yeah, and this is the second game. Quick recap of what happened during game 1. It was TUP coming out on top, and they now lead the best of 5, 1-0. So let's try and talk about what could be on the minds of AMA right now, because this is a best of 5, very long series, very mentally exhausting. And as a player in a best of 5, you definitely want to start off with momentum, but that momentum is kind of broken for AMA because of course they wanted to come out on top, but unfortunately just didn't work out for them in that previous game.
And we talked about TUP being the stronger team entering this matchup, the underdogs, but I think after that first game, it's not just the players that are been at the edge of their seats, but also to the viewers, because I mean, I gotta say, Acidia with that Fiora, I think we've watched it. The Ornn, I thought the Ornn would actually stomp the Fiora, but I was mistaken. I mean, this is Acidia we're talking about, who is actually the highlighted player during his LCL run.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, that wasn't the case. The Ornn did not match up well to the Fiora because once we hit that late game point, Acidia was just able to constantly 1v1 whoever AMA put up to try and deal with the split push. And like we mentioned during the previous game's pick and ban phase, that's really the win condition. That was plan A for TUP, and it worked out for them. They come up with a win.
And so far, and I think from that first game, we can already say that who to focus right now, but none other than Acidia in his top lane. I mean, we said it before, and I think this is a statement that Acidia has made to the viewers out there and say to everyone that, hey, I'm considered one of the best top laners. I have to respect. When I walk in, everyone knows who I am.
Yeah, and now we're gonna walk into the pick and ban phase. If you're AMA right now, you need to make some adjustments, and we already see they banned out the Fiora from Acidia. So
I mean, if you don't do that, what does that mean for Acidia? You're not respecting him. And what happens if you don't respect the more superior laner? You get punished.
Yeah, and right there, they got punished. And now AMA, they've picked up the Sejuani, one of the key picks that I do believe TUP had during that previous game, so they're stealing that away.
And for AMA, they will be getting their first pick priority, the Sejuani. Ornn is left open, and immediately TUP takes it away from AMA. And AMA is the ones who actually used the Ornn in the first game. And now, maybe Acidia being the more superior player, in my opinion, can he show Falcata how it is done with the Ornn?
Maybe he can, but looking at the rest of the pick and ban phase for AMA, I like that they picked up the Tahm Kench as well, because in the previous matchup, Ken Frost on his Tahm Kench, he was able to do his role well and really protect a lot of his teammates, but I think they had a bit of a lack of damage, and now with the Kog'Maw locked in, that's a compensation, because I do believe Kog'Maw scales very well into that late game. He's just going to be able to shred the tank line that TUP has.
And I think we saw this before. Every time there is a Tahm Kench and a Kog'Maw paired up, this is actually deadly because Kog'Maw is very mobile, right? But you can immediately remedy that with a Tahm Kench because of the Devour, Safeguard, and repositioning things to the Tahm Kench. But right now, I think AMA is on a bit of a defensive side. We're seeing some Trundle and Orianna picks.
Yeah, and I think Trundle is one of those champions that can 1v1 Ornn in the top lane. He's very effective versus tanks, having to subjugate as well. It'll just help the rest of AMA actually take down tanky members. And the Orianna as well, very standard mid laner, I should say. Very safe pick, provides a lot of wave clear, a lot of team fight. And now Yasuo is being hovered. Will we see it though?
Maybe we'll see how Bam is done. I mean, Bam is the player who had to highlight it for the LVL week. Maybe he can show us how it is done with the Yasuo, but this is the LVL. You don't want to use a Yasuo in such a crucial game, but instead, looks like TUP will be securing the Syndra against an Orianna. That was the last pick, right? So, how's the matchup for the Orianna and the Syndra?
It's going to be very tricky for Nieba because Syndra has a lot of damage. So, if you're Nieba, you need to be very, very passive in this lane. There's really not much you can do until you get enough defensive items. But, man, I really wanted to see the Yasuo.
Let's hope so. Maybe we'll see it in another game. It's still not yet over. Remember, this is the best of 5 series. Moving on to the finals. It's going to be an honor if you win this semifinal and face UST. If TUP wins this, it's going to be their rematch they had because UST they just kicked TUP to the ground and said that we will be the first seed and we will be moving on. And now, we are now on the Rift. This is Game 2 of the Best of 5 series. Retaliate Esports on the blue side versus Monstrumville Protegem on the red side.
Yeah, and like we mentioned during the pick and ban phase, AMA, they're the underdogs in this matchup because TUP heavy favorites.
I mean, being the favorite, the spotlight is on you. And what that makes of you is that it's like, how can you carry yourself in the game? How can you snowball? This is the question on a star player's mind. And that's what we want to see. That's what we want to watch and observe how ACJ can perform on his Ornn, because Game 1 Ornn Falcata was heavily crushed by the Fiora, but maybe could this be an Ornn that's probably played by Asidia, who is known for his top lane?
Yeah, but as a player, if you have the spotlight on you, that's also a lot of pressure. It's going to be very taxing on them because they're going to be thinking about all these things where, oh, people are watching me, maybe I need to look good, and sometimes that can lead to some errors.
And who looks good in a highlight, especially Baam? I mean, that Azir highlight we saw in the LVL week recap is something that I would always remember every time I hear the word Baam. But now, looks like we're going to be seeing some standard jungle routes just guarding the entrances.
Yeah, and of course, that's what you want to do. No tricky invades, nothing that could really change the game this early. But looking now, AMA, they need to adapt because they're down 0-1 in the best of 5. You don't want to go down 0-2. So they're going to want to come out with a win here.
And you note that if ever AMA does lose this game, this will make TUP at match point, and that's unneeded pressure. And this is, they have to treat this like it's match point, because when you make it a 1-1, it's more comforting, more relaxed. You're more relaxed entering the third game.
If you make it a 1-1, you make it practically a best of 3. So that's a more simple term, I should say, because best of 3 is less scary than best of 5. It's a big number.
I mean, 2-0. I mean, if you lost twice in a row, that will just put you in the slums, make you feel very down. And when you're talking about the first ever LVL, that's something that you don't want to happen. You want to get that first ever championship. This is going to be history. I mean, they're not just fighting for championship. They're just fighting for, right now, their name, the history.
I'm pretty sure both of these teams would be very happy to face USD in the final, but they have to focus first on who's in front of them. Both of these obstacles in front of each other, and they're really just trying to overcome each other.
Oh, looks like some harassment in the bot lane, but still, not going to be enough for AMA to be faced because, man, this is going to be their game where they have to be strong, be firm, and be very patient with themselves. And I think we're all watching here right now in the LVL. This is history in the making, but I think TUP will make a name for themselves. Bot lane, though, a bit aggressive. They will just back up under the turret. This is going to be a Kog'Maw being played here, so defensive style for AMA's plan here.
It's actually very annoying down in the bottom. Oh,
here comes Sa, engaging with a flash and knock up, immediately makes Falcata run to his turret. He will survive. Oh, but the Praise Seeker, you think you're safe. You're never safe until you're in your base. That's going to be the first blood.
Yeah, I actually think Falcata thought he was safe just for a split second, and then bang, Praise Seeker.
How does that make him feel, though? I mean, first blood on an Asidia, onto Asidia Ornn, because we saw in first game where Falcata was playing the Ornn, and now maybe he's getting a taste of his own medicine.
Maybe I think Falcata's fine, actually, because I think he understands the way this matchup goes, where there's going to come a point in the game where Ornn is going to be weaker in a 1v1 situation. So I think Falcata's fine giving up first blood, but he has to play a bit more passive. Looks like the immediate save from Tom Kitch denies all damage, and now Navi will be forced to back off. But now things are looking pretty bad for his support, leaving him behind. Miko forced to fend for himself here, but that will be AMA still staying strong and pushing back TUP so that they can have some room. Possibly the top lane could be the ones in the works here because they have to divert that intention and help out Falcata because he's right now not feeling too well. Yeah, and looking at the bot lane, we've seen Miko try and go for constant moves of aggression onto relapse, but I actually think he has to adapt now and go for the Tom Kench instead, because if he continues to go for relapse, Kenforce is going to eat him up and just take him away. And he's safe. He's gone. He's fine. He's safe and he's out of the danger zone, and I think this is what AMA needs to play. And as for Falcata, really bad that he did give the first blood to Asidia. Immediately puts him at a disadvantage. Look at that. Bramble Vest rushed
by Acidia. And again, I keep saying it before and I'll keep saying it again, Acidia is this laner who knows the matchup so well. And now, once the level 6 spike does happen, I think Falcao will have an easier time compared to an Orange.
Yeah, he will have an easier time, but he is still facing a bit of difficulty right here. So maybe that will weigh on him. Who knows? But
I mean, we've been talking about the level 6 spikes that in the top lane, but now let's look at the mid lane where Ascension on level 6 is a point and click free kill.
TP?
Oh, what's this? Teleport is channeling in, but immediately cancels. False sense of security for AMA here. That's gonna be a flash burn by Relapse, immediately putting you at a disadvantage, and Kenfrost will be backing off 4 members of TUP already in the bot lane. That's some quick response.
yeah, that is very quick collapse, but I think that's also wise. But Yuzu,
Ooh boy, that's gonna be a flank. And I think a summoner burnt, he'll take it at any time.
okay, so everyone burning flash right there, and that's a really smart choice. If you're a player, you'd rather give up your flash rather than give up 300 gold, but you're gonna see a 1v1 top.
Oh god, Falcata, he can't afford to lose again here against a 1v1 against Acidia. Shockwave will connect in the mid lane. Bam, pushes him away, gets stunned, puts him at a safe distance, so he will be surviving. No ultimate for Niebe though.
And previously mentioned, the power spikes in the mid lane once they hit level 6. Niebe abuses his. He hits level 6 first, and he has no fear because Bam still is level 5 on the Syndra. Without unleashed power yet, there's no real kill pressure, especially since Niebe has the barrier going for him. So great play right there.
And when you're at an advantage, this is something that you want. And see, as you said, the barrier is a safeguard. He's not afraid. He can still farm. And Orianna, as a champion, that's very easy to farm. I mean, Orianna can get an easy CS compared to a Syndra.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know, especially for the viewers out there, how good it feels to land all of those big shockwaves once you go into the late game team fights. But it's still very early into the game. There's still that long road for Niebe to walk upon until he gets to that point.
And yeah, when you're talking about that playmaking shockwave, maybe this time Niebe can get a highlight, not just Bam's as here. I mean, I saw Bam as a highlight for 2 times. I mean, Niebe feels a bit overshadowed. He wants to prove himself to us that, hey, I can still make these flashy plays by trying too hard. But when you're comparing yourself to Bam, sometimes he can try and have a more competitive side, but we'll see, because now Bam is level 6. Niebe has to be very careful.
He has to be very careful, especially now that he has his barrier down. But I like the point that you made where...
Here it comes.
Oh, wait.
Hold that thought. Zenith Phase though coming in, and that's what we saw, knocking up Kenfrost. There's the thick shit. He will be surviving, but no, Sa executes him down and gives another kill for his team. TUP at 0-2.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, a smart adaptation by TUP support Miko. He goes for Kenfrost instead of Relapse, and Tom Kench, no escapes left. He's gonna get taken down, but going back, maybe we'll see a highlight play right here.
Okay,
Shockwave
Niebe.
steals.
He has the shockwave. There's the play. Oh, there's the highlight. Niebe wanted. Gets the Infernal. Gets the kill. And now it's going to be popping at stasis. He will be surviving. Relapse on flag. He's going onto Bam. But still, Navi with the resets onto Relapse. Unleash power. But still, he gets the last laugh. That's an Infernal.
Okay, so we mentioned that maybe Niebe wants to get some highlights of his own. That right there is definitely a highlight play.
Oh, Bam might feel a bit overshadowed this time in this game, and maybe you might be expected, but still, Niebe, great flash shockwave to secure that Infernal.
Yeah, but what that means for him is for the rest of this laning phase, for the next few minutes, the Orianna won't have flash. So he has to play a bit safe, especially since Za on this Rek'Sai has that flash on Burrow available, and that's so much kill pressure if you mix the CC from the Rek'Sai and the damage from Bam.
It's like Niebe died for his team. What a player, and that's what you want to look out when you're talking about the semi-finalists in the LVL. Selfless, go for the more bigger picture. The bigger picture is more important when you're going to the late game.
Yeah, and that'll benefit their team a lot because they have a lot of late game scaling champions. The Kog'Maw benefits from this, the Orianna, everyone basically.
So it's like, in a way, it's kind of worth it. I mean, let's say he burned the summoners and the ultimate, but I think that was a surprise even for all of us here watching. And for the LVL, this is what you expect: high level play, semi-pro league.
Yeah, and for TUP as well, I think the mindset, if you get an Infernal Drake stolen from you, is the worst kind of feeling.
Oh, you gotta shake that off.
Yeah, because if it was something like, let's say, a Cloud Drake, but it's a Cloud Drake. But if it's an Infernal, you just feel bad.
And let's hope that TUP is still unfazed. It's still too early. And from game 1 we saw, it was pretty intense, pretty neck and neck, close game. But could this be the time that AMA can take away 1 point, making it a 1-1? Things are looking pretty impressive for Niebe. He's a bit woken up, but still it's too early to say.
Yeah, and this is still, like you mentioned, too early into the game because we're yet to see that late game once Relapse, once Niebe scale into that point where we see those highlight shockwaves.
Oh, look at that! Max range stun and the stasis! That's gonna be a bait there, and immediately Bam wins that trade.
Yeah, that is a 1 trade, but that means that the stopwatch is now gone for Bam, so that's 1 less safety option. He can build that into Zonya's Hourglass though, if he wants to, but oh, we're gonna see a fight.
This is the annoying thing that you can expect from the Tahm Kench, but a Solar Flare, he's angry, he wants to get Relapse, but Kenfrost is just this thick wall that keeps denying the place that Miko wants, and Miko getting a bit aggressive here, goes for the Solar Flare immediately at the time that Relapse exits the mouth of Kenfrost, and with that summarizing everything up, 3 members were invested here. That makes the map. Wait, he's still here. They're lingering.
I think they want to dive.
Still unfinished business in the bot lane. Looks like AMA. Very defensive. At least TUP knows that they have to shut this lane down. But great play from Kenfrost.
Yeah, and look at his bot lane. Think of it this way. Si Miko, crush niya si Relapse. Tapos si Kenfrost yung crush ni Relapse. Tapos, every time gustong makalapit ni Miko dun sa Kog'Maw, lalapit naman yung crush niya. Ito.
Oh, see? He survives for now though. Flash burn to Summoner's Burn, and that's what we again saw committing towards the bot lane. And that is actually a very painful feeling that you mentioned, Gist.
I think we both relate to that feeling, Vulcan, and
I think everyone relates there. I mean,
but di ka crush ng crush mo.
That's the sad reality that maybe Miko has to face in the bot lane. He will never get what he wants, but at least in other lanes, the first turret has been secured by TUP. And now Miko getting a taste of his own medicine, overcommits, and that's going to be an easy kill for Zaw. Will the teleport commit? No. Cancels instead. Falcata looking for a rematch against Acidia, but just makes him back off, denying early recall.
Yeah, and it wasn't Acidia actually channeling his teleport right there. It was Bam. So if another fight does break out again, since TUP decided to go for that double TP, they have another global option, and AMA, they need to respect that.
And so far, let's hope that Navi's courtship does work well for him, because right now for TUP, they're in a timer because Kog'Maw can scale ridiculously well into the late game, and for TUP, they're smart enough. They know that's gonna happen, so they are trying their best to deny this, but it's hard when you're talking about a support like Tahm Kench and Kenfrost, knowing his teammate, knowing Relapse, can just bail him out.
Yeah, it's like a get out of jail free card basically. If you're in trouble, oh, let me bail you out. And Kenfrost, I really think TUP needs to begin adapting and go for the Tahm Kench instead of the Kog'Maw, because that's just the easier option, and that's a general good thing to do versus the Tahm Kench. That's what counters him.
And don't we all need that one guy, that one person that we can always rely on to get us out of that trouble? Barrier will be defensive here. Bam will not take him down. Niebe survives it and takes him down in return, but Zaw commits to the mid lane, takes down Niebe. Bot lane looks intense. Teleport coming in. It's going to be a 3-man party. Looks like TUP is backing away. Falcata scaring them away, but still TUP will stick there. AMA will commit to this fight. That's going to be Falcata in the front line, blocking off TUP's advance. And now AMA still resetting the fight. Miko's very low. Re-engage from Acidia. Great knockup and kills Relapse, but the passive will be the killing blow there. But Falcata will be taking on Miko. Double kill for Falcata. That's going to be his redemption there from the top lane.
Yeah, and that's great play right there coming from AMA. And I think they will be able to transition this into an objective, the smart play to do. Mountain Drake on the table right now.
This is great news for Falcata, because he gave away the first blood to Acidia. That doesn't matter anymore. from that clash going towards the Mountain Drake. That's what his team needs. That's the bigger picture that AMA is painting. And now we have to see, we have to watch out. Let's keep our observation keen onto Falcata because that's a Trundle. That's going to be a split-pushing beast in the late game.
Yeah, but looking at the amount of perseverance that TUP have been exerting towards the bot lane, it looks like they haven't decided to stop going for relapse because during that entire skirmish, Ken Frost bought so much time with his Devour. He allowed relapse to constantly reposition, and that allowed AMA to re-establish the fight and really just clean up because look right here. Oh, there's actually the solo kill of Zoot on the Chud, just winning the 1v1 jungle matchup, exerting his dominance.
And because of that, that entitled, let's say, the free Mountain Drake for AMA. And in this extended fight, Acidia, great engage.
Yeah, but still a great pickup right there. Acidia playing very on point, was able to knock up the Kog'Maw, and that really sealed his fate. But Falcata just does so much work on the Trundle, able to chomp everyone to death.
And that's going to be a huge threat there. Double kill.
Another.
Ooh, Falcata.
He's popping off.
He's popping up, releasing some pent-up anger against Acidia from game 1.
He must feel good.
He has been solo killed countless times against Acidia's Fiora, and he was the Ord. And now, looks like Falcata is making Acidia feel the same way here. But in the bot lane, Solar Flare will not connect on to Relapse. Everyone wants Relapse, and when they do, they win the fight.
Okay, and I think they will be able to take down camera. It will take a bit of time though. Now,
oh, but an outplay there. The passive from the Kog'Maw will help him get a return kill.
A great teamwork shown by AMA, but
and that passive,
even though they got those kills, can TUP translate this into an objective? They do have the Tristana to try and take down the bot lane tower, but I do believe AMA can get back in time to defend.
And I think for TUP, they didn't expect Relapse to be the secondary bomb there. Let's see the replay in that bot lane. Let's look at the damage. Let's all look at the passive damage that made them get that return kill. Okay, Ken Frost tried his best, but Relapse dies. Let's look at the damage there.
The feeling ko talaga ang dami may crush kay Relapse eh.
Boom!
They knew that they couldn't take the 2v2 because there wasn't enough damage yet, but they bring one more member. And they're able to pick up the 2 kills, so that is great for TUP. And they actually took down the bot lane tower, so they translated into an objective. It's very well played.
That's what you want to do. That's what you have to play. That's your mentality entering a semifinals match. Make the kills, not your objectives, but the stepping stone towards your objectives. And that's what you expect from a best team. In AMA, they have it on point to a certain extent, but TUP, you can't disregard them. They're considered one of the crowd favorites, and what the viewers want to see. They want to see TUP, their favorite school, their team. It's not just the school, it's the members themselves in this game, especially Bam and Acidia being the highlight here.
Yeah, and speaking of the mindset, TUP, they have the mindset that they are one of the best teams in the LVL, and they have a reputation to hold up, but
and they're doing it, and they're showing all of us here that they're considered still.
Yeah, but with every dominant team, we have to understand that they're always underdogs, and right now AMA, they're fulfilling the role of being the underdog team. They're doing a great job right now of pressuring, challenging TUP's spot.
Looks like the challenge will be accepted by AMA, especially in the top lane. Looks like Falcata will get solo killed. He was waiting for Acidia because he said, come here, let's get a rematch again. But instead gets the bot lane duo. Now bot lane looks bad. Forge Guns is coming in, but it's on to Niebe. That's going to be a shockwave. 2 members then, and TUP cannot follow up. They're trying to back away, but AMA just keeps dragging them back in and finishing them off. 1-for-1 kill there, but in the end, it's going to be worth it for Retaliate Esports.
Yeah, I think Niebe is beginning to pop off. He feels himself. And now, I think they will be trading both of these tier 2 turrets. Without an 80 carry though, AMA will have a harder time pushing, whereas the Tristana is still alive.
Uh-oh. Sa, you've got to be careful just because you see a very juicy target. I mean, everyone wants to go in for the kill. That's exactly what you want to do. It's very tempting if you see low health bars, but he's smart. He won't do it. But let's see a digestion in this replay.
This is actually very smart at TUP to immediately go for the Orianna, but luckily enough for Niebe, he does have the flash to enable him to reposition. And without an AD carry here, there's just not enough DPS coming from TUP to clean up the back end. So AMA are able to come out on top in that little fight.
And I just love how TUP, they immediately know. I think this is the one thing that I love about TUP, their playstyle. When they see a high priority target, why waste time? Go straight for it. You saw Asilia engaging directly onto Nieve, and that's what you're supposed to do. But what happened there? They lacked who? Their marksman. Navi wasn't there, sadly. So it was an unfavored scenario for TUP, but still, they tried to make it work. And in the end, lost.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and make it work, but now we're moving into the mid-game point where the teams have begun moving around the map, and like we always mentioned, Baron is already on the table, and if you're any of these teams, you'd want to be thinking about that objective because that could really swing the game in your favor and just create a major lead, but...
Come on. Oh my god, I always love looking at those crits, but it's actually painful when you're in the other end. Solo player will be the connecting blow here. Everyone channels in, trying to take down Zoe, but he will be smiling, still surviving, and buying time for his teammate. Now Falcata doing his job. As I said, Trundle, a split pushing beast in the late game, but TUP will challenge the split push and go for the ocean. Let's see AMA, will they answer or will they just pressure the other lane?
Falcata has flanked around here. He will be pincering them here.
Oh god, things are looking bad here for Falcata. Everyone's on top of it. He will be surviving with the subjugate. Redemption's coming in. They regenerate. They are surviving the initial burst from TUP. Now TUP is forced to back out from AMA.
They need to run right there, and TUP, that was very dangerous.
Can't outrun a Tom Catch. Here's the River King, and now diving that turret. Asilia, the prize target for Retaliate Esports. But
very tanky though.
Actually, Asilia is doing a good job here, buying time, but still. This can transition maybe to a Baron.
Yeah, that might be the Baron. Ornn is a huge part of TUP's team fighting and relapse. He can take down the Baron very quickly. He's a Cosmo.
This is bad. Solar Flare, it's not yet available just yet, but close to cooldown. Bam has the unleashed power. But now, here it is, guys. This is the 50-50 Baron that we all love watching. Now let's see who will take the Baron. Nieve trying his best onto Navi, putting him away. He pops the stasis. Now they focus onto Navi. He's the prize target. He survives, and now things are looking bad for AMA. But still, Falcata will be there, and at least they got relapsed. But in the end, they lost 2 members, and now here comes Asilia, calls the Forge God. That's gonna be 2 members knocked out. No, only 1, and Navi re-enters the fight, gets the reset. This is gonna be a turnaround. Now AMA is running for the hill, but Navi will not have it. He has the resets. He has the Tristana's power. That's gonna be the double.
Yeah, Navi played that fight so well with the stopwatch. As well, he was able to reposition and really come out on top in that team fight. And AMA tried to make an aggressive move. They stopped the Baron. Now, I don't think AMA can challenge this. I think this is Baron to TUP.
Falcata has teleport. They know that the Baron is being taken away. Only Falcata has teleport. Yeah, he's coming in. He's gonna stop it. This is something that they don't want to lose.
That was very close margins for both teams, really. And I really thought that AMA would able to take out the Baron, but they hesitate to go and finish the objective. They immediately turn for the fight. Look at how well Navi plays this. Unfortunately for Nieve, he didn't time the command attack properly, and Navi was able to flash away. And look at the patience from Tristana. Bides his time, waits for Asedia to arrive, and look at the call of the Forge God. And watch Navi. Look at what he does to Nieve. Patience right there. Gets rewarded, and no more DPS, no more carries left, but just tanks. Navi's gonna go for the cleanup.
I mean, he had the red buff. That's why he was able to re-enter the fight. And that's gonna be TUP using all the resources they have to their advantage. And this is resourcefulness. This is adaptation. This is what you see in a crowd favorite like TUP. AMA, first run in the league, gets a really bad welcoming. And Zoe pops the stasis, buying time. Now Miko is zoning out Nieve. Nieve has the shockwave. Where's the playmaking highlight here? Nieve can't commit. Here comes some backup here. Relapse is now to Miko. Miko, one more snipe away, and he's down. Nieve takes the kill. And now the ball is on. Who has the ball? No one has the ball just yet, but still, it's going to be Ken Frost. Going to be doing the works here. Nieve going in for the flank here. Not needed. Relapse dies, but it doesn't matter. Nieve gets the shot down and strikes down Navi's streak. And Asilia's left remaining. And again, this can call for the Baron.
Yeah, but I don't think AMA will go for the Baron and a triple kill as well for Nieb. He's popping off on this Orianna, really carrying these team fights with his shockwaves. And in that choke point, there's not much area to maneuver around the ball. Let's go ahead and break it down. This looks like a pick onto Sejuani, but he's so tanky and buys so much time with the stopwatch as well. Watch shockwave. It lands onto the carry, the key member. And once Relapse arrives to this fight, he's free to just absolutely shred the members of TUP. And there's really no running away from all the slows coming from the Trundle.
And I was really keen on observing how Relapse was able to survive everything, but Navi being super fed, one ahead and having more gold, more resources, still proves its worth. But in the end, it's going to be who can survive the initial burst, who's going to be the one to fight back and counterattack. And AMA and TUP, they have the same mechanics in their composition.
Yeah, definitely very strong team fighting coming from both of these teams. It's just a matter of who can come out on top, who can pull the trigger first, who can catch who's carried. Because look at the AD carriers, Relapse and Navi, they've both had their moments, but as this game progresses, you have to really watch out on the decisions they make.
And I think we have to watch out for, all of us have to watch out for Navi, because Tristana with that much item, static shift, Glacial Prison will connect. Zenith will not. Forcia is coming in, knocks up 2 members. But still, that's not going to stop AMA. Shockwave will be denied by the Battle Spread. Asaya won't flinch, but still will fall down to Zoe.
Yeah, you can't deny the CC, but you won't deny the damage coming from the Shockwave. And now AMA, they're pushing strong in the mid lane. They're gonna try and even up the series.
They're gonna Knight's Vow onto Relapse, so they really have to baby Relapse and protect him.
Yeah, now the question on TUP's minds, how do we defend this? This is a very strong push.
Ooh, Redemption's coming in. They have the heal, so what's
Keep
gonna
in mind
happen?
though, there is no Shockwave. That's a key ultimate.
And Falcata's pressuring the bot lane. Interesting, but Falcata will be live in 5 seconds. His Forge God is up almost, so this will signal Amy to back off and instead go for the Mountain Drake. My God, two Mountain Drake, everyone. That's gonna be huge.
Look at TUP.
Wait a minute, that's gonna be a contest. TUP challenging AMA. What's more powerful, the Drakes or the Baron? TUP rushing this Baron. Hurry it up, they're coming. They're not just gonna stop there. Forge God will delay and TUP takes the Baron. Canfrost tries to help his teammate there. Zood will survive. Shockwave on 3 members, but Bam going for the flank here. Immediately Relapse flashes away. This will be a clash that AMA is gonna win.
Quad? It's only Navi alive. Can Relapse get this?
Oh my God, AMA changing the flow of the fight. They made a huge mistake here for TUP, challenging AMA's composition. They have the Kog'Maw. Why challenge the Kog'Maw?
That was a incredibly brave call from TUP to try and rush down the Baron. They did secure it, but AMA, they were able to catch up. They immediately realized, and now it's Navi. Unless we see a quadra kill from this Tristana, I think this is AMA tying up the series.
My God, 2 Mountain Drakes. Those turrets won't last long. Everyone's backing up. Is it over though? Nexus is not yet taken down. It's not over till it's over. Navi trying to solo Relapse, pays the price, and now he will be back to the fountain, leaving behind Niebe. He's going for the Prey Seeker, will be the finishing blow, but right now TUP still not yet calling it quits.
Yeah, there is no quit on TUP. Relapse, you need to be careful.
I got this Kog'Maw. Dodges the stun from the Solar Flare, and now Miko pops the stasis. Here comes the Forge God. This is a turnaround for TUP. They're fighting back. Not yet over until it's over.
Okay, it's just the Nexus remaining for TUP, but they have wiped off 4 members of AMA. It's only Zoo left to defend, and he feels lonely at the moment.
And can Zood manage to try and defend the incoming wave, because
he does have super minions to help him?
Oh yeah, he does. So looks like TUP, they're just making more room here, but let's have a breakdown of the Baron clash.
Yeah, but of course, TUP were able to secure the Baron, but once everyone from AMA arrived, they weren't able to layer all of their damage instantly once Niebe was CC'd, so he was still able to come out with the Shockwave. And look at Relapse, it's untouched.
I just love how the fact that Relapse flashed out at the right time, immediately denying the stun. And that was the winning point for AMA. And things are looking pretty good for Retaliate Esports. But for TUP, still, this is a team that can make you feel like you're winning and just turn things around and slap you in the face.
Yeah, and that's what the top tier teams really do. They make you feel safe, and if you're AMA, you can't get complacent. Hindi sila pwede maging kampante.
I think we're all familiar with the word kampante. I even use it a lot when I play my solo queue games. And at this point, you don't want to be kampante.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in.
But it's kind of fun to be kampante. Is it? I think everyone loves to be kampante for a while to make the game a bit more thrilling. But in this case,
that's what they always say.
That's what they always say. But in this case, it's actually a lot of stake here. It's not just LP. It's going to be the championship at stake here for both teams. Looks like a re-engage from Zoo. That's going to be Zao chasing down Niebe. Goes out to it. Shockwave out to Acidia. Only the beefy members. Navi fights back strong.
They've got it.
Takes down Canfrost and bam! Finally burst Relapse and TUP. This is what I was talking about. You think you're winning, but no. Until the Nexus is destroyed, TUP will not give up.
Yeah, TUP, they're fighting back hard right there, and all of the members just all jump onto Relapse.
My God, this, like I said before, it's not just LP at stake here. It's the chance for you to move on to the finals and face UST. So for TUP, this is, I think for TUP, they have very strong minds. They have strong spirits. They're not facing out just yet, and they're backdooring, bypassing the minions.
Oh, here they come.
Okay, here it comes. Let's see the timers here, guys. I mean, Zoo, 8 seconds coming in. Yeah,
these towers fall down very fast. They do have to just stun it.
They can't be greedy. I mean, once you're greedy, you can lose everything. But here's the replay in that incredible clash.
This is a very tight space for Relapse, and even though he dodges out of the Solar Flare, the Call of the Forge God did land onto him. But once Nico is in front of the Kog'Maw, things can get very, very chaotic. And if you're Relapse right here, everyone's looking at you. You are the prime target. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to get out the DPS, and TUP were able to just clean up that fight.
And what a great way to fight back against AMA. TUP right now, they won the clash, and that made them have some hope and a chance to win this game to make it match point for AMA. I think we can expect that it will always be a back and forth game.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the Nexus remaining for TUP. AMA, they see the finish line. But TUP, they're that guy who wants to trip you before you get that finish line.
Not in an underhand, not in a cheating way, but for TUP, yeah, they love to
stop you way.
Yeah, they will stop you. They will tease you, tempt you. Come here. We'll make you feel safe. But in the end, just stabs them in the back. That's what TUP plays, and that's why they're considered a very scary team that you can't rest just yet. You see in the base, no turrets, only a Nexus. TUP doesn't see that. TUP sees nothing. They just see one thing, it's the Nexus. As long as that's not down, the game is not yet over.
Okay, and it looks like AMA, they aren't unfazed. They're still pushing through. Underdog story versus reputation on the line. I mean, this game, it's going down to the wire. The kill score, very, very even. The gold, not much difference. And the deciding factor could easily be how Relapse can position, how Niebe could land his Shockwave, or who can pop a member from AMA if you're TUP.
And I think for TUP, they are staying true to their reputation. There comes Forge Gods coming in, and that's going to be, numbers disadvantage for AMA. Shockwave is not going to do anything when you're that behind. That's going to be Miko zoning out Zoo, zoning out Relapse, giving Navi the room for that double kill.
Yeah, and if you're AMA right now, I think they need Falcata in the team fight because Relapse having an extremely hard time trying to shred these tanks. They need the Trundle Subjugate to remove a bit of the stats.
The Praise Taker connects. They're not letting AMA go home without a fight. They're going to take away Zoo. Now it's on to Navi. He's aggressive. Oh God, this could be game set here. I mean, for TUP to try and dominate, overpower AMA. This is incredible, TUP. Great respect here.
Bam needs to be careful.
Subjugate is on play here for Bam.
He doesn't have flash.
Doesn't have flash. Unleash power. Won't be enough. He does flash away. Flash in, flash out. Let's see. Chop. No. Bam takes the kill. He's on a rampage.
Denied. Right there. If you're Falcata, you have to feel very bad. But now this is a very low-risk Baron. It's only Ken Frost alive to try and possibly get there, but I don't think it will be there in time. TUP, they're fighting back strong.
My God. I mean, great resolve for TUP. And for them to get that Baron, they don't care at all. And normally as us casual players or not that semi-pro players, we all see that when the Nexus turret is destroyed, there's not much hope. We just immediately slash FF. No, TUP, they just see one thing, and one thing is important here. Nexus is alive. So is their chances.
Yeah, and if you're AMA, you can't crumble under this pressure. They've constantly tried to end the game, but it's just the defense from TUP is great. And we mentioned before, you'd think the scaling, the late game would be in favor of AMA. That's just not the case here.
Because it's always a 4v5 fight for
4v4.
AMA. 4v4? Yeah, 4v4 fight. And in the end, Tristana would win due to the fact that you have the superior mobility, the resets. But now, when it comes to champion, that's what it takes. But when it comes to players, when we talk about Navi and Relapse, both great ADCs in their own schools. But when it comes to sheer resolve, that steel mind that they have here, TUP has incredible focus. Not giving up here and showing us that they still have that reputation as being one of the feared schools in the LVL.
Yeah, but I do believe AMA as a team, they've begun to hesitate a bit here because in all those team fights that TUP won, it was them pulling the trigger first. It was AMA reacting to what TUP was wanting to do. Okay. And now they're just forced to defend versus a Baron up TUP.
Looks like, yeah, they're trying to fend off the way from the Baron-empowered minions from Baam. So
needs to watch out for the stun.
Oh god, there it is, the stun. Ooh, flashes in with a shockwave. There's the outplay. Niebe going down to Baam. He has the vision. He takes it down and pops the stasis.
Yeah, but look at the fight.
There's a fight brewing in top lane. Redemption is going to be in play. Navi's being untouched here. Niebe won a small fight, but can his team win the fight? That matters. Miko is on to Relapse. He's taking him down slowly. Takes down Miko, but I think Miko bought enough time, and now here comes Niebe. 40 assists, very low, cannot come in, but it'll be Relapse and Ken Frost leading the charge for AMA, his school, to get that double kill and fight back.
Oh, what more can they take here?
This is huge. TUP cannot die here. If they die, so is their hope and chances. They're trying their best to back up. Navi cannot die. He gets picked up. My god, Navi getting away. No, he gets shot down.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, the death timers are very, very long. I see Bam. He's gonna come up in a few seconds, but it's just the Nexus remaining.
Oh god, he knows what to do. Trying to stop Falcana. Wait, Baron Moonap. That IP. Come on, they're trying their best to
end the game.
Oh my god, AMA! Will they do it? They see the Nexus, they have their prize on the line here. Bam, sees Niebe, sees Navi. Here it comes, will the Baron? Oh no, sadly. For TUP, they will be losing that game too. But for AMA, great comeback, making it a 1-1.
Yeah, close game right here, but now we are all tied up in this best of 5, and this series is just building up to be something. Just maybe we'll get to see 5 games. Who knows?
This is what I was talking about, where TUP still though, Mind of Steel, man. I gotta say that when they saw the Nexus turrets down, they didn't give up. This is TUP, and from moving on to game 3, they will still be a strong team. They have to watch out for. Still, I think in my opinion, will be unfazed here. But for AMA, way to tell us that the underdogs are in this matchup. Looks like they have potential in this best of 5 series.
Yeah, and if you're AMA, you have to feel good just after you took down TUP, because like you mentioned, whenever you take down a heavy favorite, you're just gonna feel good about yourself. And looking at who to highlight from AMA, I really have to talk about the late game coming from Relapse and the outplays as well. The outplay in the bot lane by Niebe.
Oh, I gotta say,
another highlight play.
Niebe
definitely
really trying to show to Bam that I am still considered one of the best mid laners in the LVL. But let's look at the total damage dealt. Despite Navi doing his best here, it all comes down to whoever survives the initial burst and still making their way towards the Nexus and destroying it.
Yeah, but this is a best of 5 series, and now that both teams are 1-1, it effectively makes it a best of 3 match. So whoever wins the next game will be on match point. So that is crucial. Game 3 is one to watch.
So So our viewers out there, we'll be going into a short break here. Don't go away just yet. It's really going to be a short break. Resuming the LVL semifinals. We have been our shoutcasters. My name is Vulcan. With me is Chisto. After the short break, we'll see, can AMA carry this on or will TUP shut them down? Takes down Yebet, bot lane looks intense, teleport coming in, it's going to be a 3-man party. Looks like TUP is backing away, Falcata scaring them away, but still, TUP will stick there. AMA will commit to this fight. That's going to be Falcata in the front line, blocking off TUP's advance. And now AMA still resetting the fight. Miko's very low, re-engage from Asidia. Great knockup and kills Relapse, but the passive will be the killing blow there, but Volcana will be taking on Miko. Double kill for Volcana. That's going to be his redemption there from the top lane.
Yeah, and that's
everyone wants Relapse, and when they do, they win the fight.
Okay, and I think they will be able to take down Trevor. It will take a bit of time though.
Oh, but an outplay there. The passive from the Kongmao will help him get a return kill coming in, but it's on to Niebe. That's going to be a shockwave. 2 members then, and TUP cannot follow up. They're trying to back away, but AMA is just keeps dragging them back in and finishing them off. 1-for-1 kill there, but in the end, it's going to be worth it for Retaliate East. He's the prize target. He survives, and now things are looking bad for AMA, but still, Volcana will be there, and at least they got relapsed, but in the end, they lost 2 members, and now here comes Asidia, calls the Forge God. That's going to be 2 members knocked out, but only 1, and Navi re-enters the fight, gets the reset. This is going to be a turnaround. Now AMA is running for the hill, but Navi will not have it. He has the reset, he has the Tristana's power. That's going to be the double.
Yeah, Navi played that fight so well.
Miko is so out Niebe. Niebe has the shockwave. Where's the playmaking highlight here? Niebe can't commit. Here comes some backup here. Relapse is now to Miko. Miko, one more snipe away and he's down. Niebe takes the kill. And now the ball is on. Who has the ball? No one has the ball just yet, but still, it's going to be Ken Frost going to be doing the works here. Niebe going in for the flank here. Not needed. Relapse dies, but it doesn't matter. Niebe gets the shot down and strikes down Navi's streak. And Asidia's left remaining. And again, this can call for the Baron. Just going to stop there. Forge God will delay, and TUP takes the Baron. Ken Frost tries to help his teammate there. Zood will survive. Shockwave on 3 members, but bam! Going for the flank here. Immediately, Relapse flashes away. This will be a clash that AMA is gonna win.
Quad? It's only Navi alive. Can Relapse get this?
Oh my god, AMA changing the flow of the fight.
Unless we see a quadra kill from this Tristana, I think this is AMA tying up the series.
My god, 2 Mountain Drakes. Those turrets won't last long. Everyone's backing up. Is it over though? Nexus is not yet taken down. It's not over till it's over. Navi trying to solo Relapse, pays the price, and now he will be back to the fountain, leaving behind Niebe. He's going for the Prey Seeker. Will be the finishing not just LP. It's gonna be the championship at stake here for both teams. Looks like a re-engage from Zo. That's gonna be South chasing down Niebe. Goes onto it. Shockwave onto Asidia. Only the beefy members. Navi fights back strong. Takes out Canfrost and bam! Finally burst Relapse and TUP. This is what I was talking about. You think you're winning, but no. Until the next is destroyed. Here comes Force God coming in, and that's going to be, numbers disadvantage for AMA. Shockwave is not going to do anything when you're that behind. That's going to be Miko zoning out Zoo, zoning out Relapse, giving Navi the room. Navi's being untouched here. Niebe won a small fight, but can his team win the fight? That matters. Miko's on to Relapse. He's taking him down slowly, takes down Miko, but I think Miko bought enough time, and now here comes Niebe for the assist. Very low, cannot commit, but it'll be Relapse and Ken Frost leading the charge for AMA, his school, to get that double kill and fight back.
Oh, what more can they take here?
This is huge. TUP cannot die here. If they die, so is their hope and chances. They're trying their best to back up. Navi cannot die. He gets picked up. My god, Navi getting away. No, he gets shot down. Will they do it? They see the Nexus. They have their prize on the line here. Bam! Sees Niebe. Sees Navi. Here it comes. Will the bang? Oh no! Sadly, for TUP, they will be losing that game too. But for AMA, great comeback, making it a 1-1.
Yeah.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.